All right, excellent, guys. So I know it is 8 o'clock on the dot for me, which is 11 a.m. your time. I know we got a couple more people that are joining us, but I'll go ahead and just get started. I'm already recording this session as well, just so that way, if anybody does want to rewatch this at a later time, you can definitely do so. So I'll give you an outline, an agenda of exactly what it is that we are discussing and what we're going over today. My name is John Reyes, and I have a marketing firm called Social NetworX. If you have not had the opportunity to connect with us, I've been conducting trainings in the real estate space now for well over a decade. I'm a licensed real estate agent as well as a licensed lender as well, and a real estate investor. Pretty much my whole life is wrapped around real estate, just so you guys know. There's nothing else that I do. Real estate is it. In some capacity, way, shape, or form, always wanting to learn. And I think that that's one of the key things that has allowed us to do what we're doing today, which is sitting here talking to you about something that's very important in the world of real estate: digital marketing. How do we stay relevant? How do we make sure that we stand out to our clients? How do we make sure that we don't get lost in the shuffle because other people know how to be a little bit more efficient with their cell phones or technology, video, that sort of thing. So along the way, as I go through this, if you have any questions, please feel free to utilize the chat box. I will definitely make sure that I do my best to answer any and all questions. And then what I'm going to do is this: we create really great video content that converts, video content that helps you cash checks. At the end of the day, like I always say, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. I mean, there's so many different things that we can do. I don't want to waste anybody's time on something that's not going to make a difference in your business. So with that said, when I'm all done with this, I will let you know that we've already come out to the Chicago area, Indiana area before, specifically for your company. We'd love to maybe have that opportunity to do it again. Joan, I just want to thank you so much for reaching on out to us. I know you've been somebody who has had the foresight to understand how important this marketing stuff is. And I know this because you and I had connected years ago. I don't even know how many years ago, but definitely a long time ago. So I tip my hat to you and thank you for coordinating this training today. So without further ado, guys, we will go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second here so I could just share my screen with all of you. Again, I know we will have a few more people that are still joining us along the way. So when they do, I'm going to just add them as we go. Okay. So now here's a couple things that I want to show you guys. Why not? Let's get right to it. So we know that this market right now, this real estate market that we have going on, it's a little bit of a very, I'll say, maybe weird market from what we were used to just 9 months, a year ago, year and a half ago. I know things are constantly changing. There's new loan programs that are coming out. And I think the biggest thing for us as real estate agents is that there's a tremendous opportunity to make sure that we are able to stay relevant and stay at the forefront of buyers and sellers, people who we know, our family members, our friends. So that way, when they think the word real estate, we want them to think about us, because at the end of the day, the number one driver for business in real estate is repeat and referral business. So why not bring that calm to the chaos of the current market conditions? You know, right now we just had gold break $2,000, and I'm hoping that maintains as a new baseline. We'll see. But I know I've had back and forth conversations with other people, and it was something that we were waiting for, and we finally hit that yesterday. We know that there's been some uncertainty with the banks, people pulling their money out. But with it all being said and done, what has happened favorably, the interest rates have pulled back. So that's good. That's a great thing. I mean, I'll never shy away from lower interest rates, and at least in our market in Southern California, because every market's different, we've definitely noticed an uptick in business. I mean, one of my really good friends, he was actually just ranked top 20 lenders in the United States, number 19 yesterday in the Scotsman Guide, and I gave him a hard time. I said, man, why do you let 19 other people beat you, or 18 other people beat you? But he had submitted an offer. Well, one of his agent partners submitted an offer, and there was 45 offers on that property, which again, in our market, that is not normal, or at least it hasn't been normal. But yeah, they sent over a response saying, thank you so much for your offer. But after 45 offers, here's what we decided to go with. So here's what I want to talk to you guys about specifically is this: how can you take advantage of the resources that you already own? How can you take advantage of the fact that you already paid all this money for a cell phone that creates great video content? I don't know if you're aware, but the cell phone that you have in your palm of your hand today has more computing power than when NASA put men on the moon. which is insane. And that's not a new statistic. That statistic is like 5, 6, 7 years old. So I can only imagine where it goes now. But I want to just talk to you about how do we make sure that more people recognize you? I mean, at the end of the day, you are the brand. You have Century 21, which is powered behind you, amongst the most well-known name in real estate, period. But that's why you can have any office in the country with Century 21 or any big brand, and you're going to have people who do really well. You're going to have middle of the road agents, and then you're going to have agents that are still trying to get that ball rolling. Because at the end of the day, real estate is a game that falls on your shoulders to make sure that people not just know the brand of your company, but your name as well. So if you guys are taking any notes on this, and if you've been in my presentation before, you've probably seen me talk about this, but I want to harp on it just a little bit. YouTube channels. You want to set up a YouTube channel. Make it simple and easy on yourself. Set up a YouTube channel, create video content, post your video content there. Okay. Now, the reason I say this is pretty straightforward is this. Today I have a call. As soon as I'm done with you, I have a call with a top Century 21 agent who happens to be in Southern California. And I'm talking about a top producer. And she has great video content on Instagram. The problem is that if you Google her name, she doesn't populate within the search results. It's one of the reasons why we're working with her. And I even shared with her, you have such great video content, but the only people that see it right now are going to be your Instagram people. But if somebody was to go online, Google your name, try to pull you up, they're not going to find it. So I'm showing you on the screen right now. This is actually a screenshot from a real estate agent who had no online presence whatsoever. And then now when you look her up, you type in Sarah Lynn Real Estate, she populates not only within the search results, her videos populate, and then she has a beautifully set up YouTube channel with her professional headshot. She has her company logo, and it just looks really professional. But at the end of the day, why do we want this? Because statistically speaking, the majority of most consumers, even your referred clients, before they pick up the phone and call you, they will do their homework on you. It's natural for us to do a Google search. I have a deal that I need to find a probate appraiser right now, and our attorney referred 3 probate appraisers. I called all 3 of them yesterday. And when I called all 3, 2 of them answered their phone. One of them called me a little bit later, and all their prices are pretty much the same. Their time frames for getting the deliverable is pretty much the same. So then what I did is just go online and I Googled each one of them just to see what other content I could find. So make it simple and easy. YouTube channel should be something on your list. And then also, guys, you see a bunch of videos populated on the bottom right corner. This is from a very well-known, I'll say like celebrity agent. He's out of the Beverly Hills area. In the last week and a half or so, just closed a $17 million transaction and an all cash $7 million transaction. Both of those deals were all cash. It's just insane, $24 million worth of business. But my point is that he's ranked as the #1 video influencer in North America. But what you'll see is that he has a lot of video content, videos that he's creating, that he's posting online, because even though he's been ranked as a #1 video influencer in North America, in 2021, he doesn't want to lose his position. He wants to make sure that he can still maintain that relevancy in the market. So we talked about the what. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to go about doing it. This is my personal YouTube channel. So if you guys check me out, John Reyes, John D. Reyes, and Margie Kosman, that's my sister-in-law. We have video content, which is specific to our listings, which is specific to our client testimonials, and then educational content, which is big opportunity for each and every one of you. When it's all said and done, when somebody goes online and they Google your name, this is what you want showing up in the search results. Control those search results. Don't leave it up to somebody else. Don't leave it up to just chance, I should say. You don't want them Googling your name and finding another realtor with another company in another state. That just doesn't look good. But if you notice, her videos populate within the search results. And then second thing, see this Google business account to the right side where it says Sarah Lynn, real estate broker, Castle Realty Homes. That is actually a Google Places, Google business account. So you can set up your account within Google as well. Now, I will share this with you because, of course, the reason I go to trainings is so I can get the latest and greatest. I just came back from Pontiac, Michigan, and I was at the largest wholesale lender in the entire United States, UWM, United Wholesale Mortgage, and the chief marketing officer. They're a publicly traded company. They beat Rocket Mortgage. They beat, who was Wells Fargo. I remember that he took over Wells Fargo. The owner of the company just bought the Phoenix Suns. I mean, these guys they're an institution, but the chief marketing officer came in and talked to us, and what she was sharing is that Google reviews right now, according to all their research, which they're spending a lot of money on research, Google reviews should be at the top of the list for real estate agents. Get people to fill out your Google profile and give you reviews, and reach out to your clients, ask for those reviews. Don't shy away from it. I get a lot of my reviews on other sites, specifically, for example, like Zillow's, where I've gotten a lot. But right now, I'm pushing a tremendous amount of my attention on over to Google, because the writing is on the wall, and we want to do what we can in order to increase our search engine optimization. Now, when I talk about creating content to educate, one of the key things is that as a real estate agent, our value is in the value that we can bring. Our value propositions is the value that we can bring our clients, which for me is a sense of safety and security and education, insight. I want my clients to feel, if they're first-time home buyers, that I've laid down for them from start to finish, from beginning to end, the steps that are going to be involved in them buying a home. I want to set forth proper expectations. That way they can anticipate what they're going to be experiencing, what they're going to be going through. Because if I don't do that, then there's an old saying, confused buyers don't buy. And maybe they don't buy with me, and I definitely don't want them buying with somebody else. So the reason I say this is because when you do leverage video, you have an opportunity to educate clients. And we've done some really cool things where we've created a whole series of videos made specifically for buyers. And we've also created video content made specifically for sellers. I want to walk buyers through the process of buying a home, and I want to walk sellers through the process of selling a home. And the reason is because when you do have video content on your website or on landing pages, you increase your ability to convert tremendously. In fact, I run a business, a full-blown real estate business and loan business, where the majority of all my business is through online channels. And that includes, just to be clear, my sphere of influence, my family members, my friends, my past clients. I am very aggressive in making sure that I am constantly in front of them, because when they hear the word real estate, I really want my name to resonate with them. But as we start building out our online accounts and we start having the video content where we're answering the question, who are we and why, more importantly, should you care? Then cool things happen like this. This is an email that I received from a client. And I love this email just due to the fact that this lady has done so much homework before even calling me. But she says, hi, I'm contacting you in regards to possibly listing a home that my husband will be selling in Ontario. That's a city that I live in. It was a family home for the past 55 years or so. We do not live in the area, but we'll be down in Ontario at the house in the coming days. If you are interested in possibly being the listing agent, please let me know. So I immediately called this client, and in summary, one thing that she had shared with me is that she did her homework online. She looked up agents who have sold homes in the area for the last 24 calendar months. She felt very connected to me because of my video content. She felt that she could trust me. She said specifically, you seem very trustworthy. And I feel that in this business, in the world of selling real estate, we should be very cautious as to who we work with. Couldn't agree with her more. And when I ended up meeting with her and her husband in person, they did share that I was the only person invited. We ended up walking away with the signed listing and represented the buyer as well on this transaction. So it was something that worked for everybody, but at the end of the day, it all came down to the online content itself. What stood out in comparison to everybody else? So what's one of the ways that you can get started in order to stand out from your competition? Now, I have to say this with an intent of you really following me on this. There is no better marketing resource that you can have, in my opinion, than you having a digital business card. A short 30 to 60 second video where you introduce yourself as a professional. Who are you? And why should anybody care? A digital business card is now the thing that if somebody goes online and if they Google your name, you want this video populating within the search results. If they go to your website, you want this video prominently displayed on your website. If they go to your Instagram account, you want this video to be pinned at the top so that way people can see this and have an understanding of your professionalism. And the other reason that you want it is because your competitors are not doing it. Now, your company, C21, I would say, is adopting it at a rate that's much more than others. But if the competition's not doing it, well, then that's the way to stand out. We all play in a similar sandbox, but my common saying is that I don't want to play in the same sandbox like everybody else. So this is a video that we recorded out in Chicago. We came on out to the office in Naperville and had created this video specifically for Greg Pins. So I want to show you guys exactly what it is that we're talking about here.
Hi, my name is Greg Pins. I've had the privilege of helping buyers and sellers throughout the Chicagoland area achieve their real estate goals. Here's how I can help you too. If you're in the market to purchase a home, think of me as your personal guide and advocate. I take pride in my responsiveness as well as my ability to instill confidence in my clients throughout the process. Even if you have a burning question late at night, you can rest assured that I'll always respond as quickly as I'm able. And if you're thinking about selling, I invest in high-quality marketing, including professional photography and 3D virtual tours, which will allow us to get your listing seen by thousands of prospective buyers. I have partnered with C21, the most recognized real estate brand in the world, which spans across 6 continents. I'm also with the #1 franchise for C21 in the world, which allows me to offer an elevated level of service to my clients. To top it off, I have an expansive network of lenders, attorneys, inspectors, and more to offer support along the way. So if you're looking for an agent that will always put you first, give me a call. I'm Greg Pins, and I look forward to connecting with you.
Now, one of the challenges when we play video anytime over Zoom is that you never get the full experience because it's always going to be a little laggy. And that's just something that we have to deal with, unfortunately. But hopefully you were able to hear the audio. The visual looks great, but it's Greg Pins explaining to prospective buyers, sellers, clients exactly who he is, what he does, and more than anything, just stands out as a professional. So now let me just share with you a couple of ways as to how Greg, not only Greg, but any of you who have one of these digital business cards can use it. So question for you. If you do hold open houses, let me know in the chat box if you do hold open houses. Because I know there's a lot of people who hold them. Some people don't. Some people hate them. I tell you, I love open houses. Thank you, Deanna. I love open houses for sure. I think that they are just absolute money makers. If you don't hold open houses because you don't like them, then maybe there's a couple of adjustments you can make in order to be more efficient and effective. I will tell you, if I'm going to spend time away from my family, I am not going to leave it up to chance. I'm not going to leave it up to, hopefully I find the right person that does want to engage with me and set an appointment. We are sales professionals at the end of the day. You have people who can close and you have people who can't close. You have people who are really great at booking more appointments and you have other people who struggle with it. So let me give you a tool to how this works. When somebody like Greg has a video, if he's holding an open house, then one of the things that he's able to do is to, when people walk through the door, greet them, welcome them to the open house. Give them a flyer, share a couple of points about the property, let them look around. At some point, that client's going to have to pass Greg in order to exit. So in terms of line of questioning, if I'm Greg or if I'm any of you, I'm saying something along the line. So, hey, so what do you guys think? You ready to pack your bags and move on in? No, actually, I'm not really digging the house. Okay, no problem. So how long have you been looking for? Well, I just started my search maybe about a week ago. Now, is it just this area here in fill in the blank, right? Is it just this area here in Addison, Naperville, whatever? Are there any other surrounding cities or communities that you're open to? Well, you know what, actually, I'd be a little bit open to this or maybe this, or no, I really want to buy in this community here. Now, besides this home, were there any other properties that caught your attention? Actually, there was one other property that caught my attention. Okay, what was it about that home that caught your attention? Every question here serves a purpose. Oh, I love the fact that it had a large backyard, whatever. Now here's a 6-figure closing question. Let's just say that you find the ideal home at what you believe to be is the ideal price. What's your time frame to make a move? Now, once that client gives me a response, I'm looking to move in the next 6 months. I'm looking to move right away. I'm looking to move the moment that I sell my home. I want to get that video directly in front of that prospect. So I say, you know what I'd love to do is this. I'd love to shoot you on over a text. And in my text, I'm going to include a video that gives you a breakdown on some of the cool things that my team and I do to be able to help our clients buy real estate in today's ever-changing market. And then if you like what you see, and if you're impressed by it, just simply send me a text back or give me a call. What's the best number to text you at? And then you just look right down at your phone. Don't make eye contact with them. Next thing you know, the prospect gives you their phone number. Telling you guys, it's so simple. Do it anywhere in the country. I don't care where it's at. And I've had some agents that are in luxury markets. Oh, people in luxury markets don't give you their number. It's not true. It's all the same. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. And so we go through this process of now getting the number from this person. And then what I would say is this. I'll shoot you over this video. And like I mentioned, respond back to me if you have any questions, there's anything you need. And if I don't hear from you by this evening, if it's Sunday night, then what I'll do is I'll follow you tomorrow just to get your thoughts on what I sent. Do mornings or afternoons work best? Or if I'm holding an open house on Saturday, I'll say, if I don't hear from you over the weekend, then what I'll do is I'll follow up with you just to get your thoughts on what I sent. Mornings or afternoons work best. But what did I do? Two things here. Number one, I got their phone number. Number two, I got their permission to follow up. And how many other agents do you think who are holding an open house that weekend, if that prospect was to visit more than one open house, how many of them do you think is sending a video? Probably nobody, right? So now think about it from the human connection. They see my face, they hear my voice. There's a professional production. Somebody like Greg in his video talking about C21, one of the biggest companies in the entire world in 6 continents. I mean, that's a big deal. It's professionalism. We got to remember, we're professionals in this game. Now, what if you get a referral? So Marley Robles, let's just say that you get a referral. Okay, so Jim, who's not a realtor today, Jim is your friend and refers you a client. Now, what you do is you reach on out to the client, you talk to them on the phone, and then you book the appointment or do whatever next steps. And then what you say, Marley, is this. So when we get off this call, what I'll do is that I'm going to shoot you over a text. In my text, I'm going to include a video. I'd love to put a face to a name just so that way you have a little bit more of an understanding as to who I am and the value that I bring to our relationship. And I really look forward to meeting you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions or if there's anything you need in the meantime, feel free to give me a call. Feel free to reach out to me. But now, Marley, what you do is you shoot over your 30 to 60 second video to this prospect, right? Now, if Jim, you're the person that referred me. See, I want to make Jim feel special. Maybe Jim just called me over the phone. I'm going to now grab my cell phone. I'm going to record a video and I'm going to say, hey, Jim, this is John Reyes of C21. I just want to thank you for connecting me with your friend, Bob. You know, it really means a lot. It means the world to me that you would think about me for your clients' real estate needs. And now if I was to shoot that text on over to Jim, how much more of a human connection is there than me just sending Jim a smiley emoji and saying, hey, thanks for the referral, right? We got to make our clients feel good. People don't necessarily remember what we say. They remember how we make them feel. Okay, so now what you're looking at the screen is this. Let's take it a step further. Terry Bunch, love this guy. Terry Bunch has been somebody who's been a leader from our perspective for the longest time. But Terry's worked with us where he did a professional video production, but then he also created some additional video content. The content to be able to walk buyers through the process of buying a home, walk sellers through the process of selling a home. So now let me show you this. If any of you right now want to create content and you're a little bit stuck, maybe for whatever reason you're having a little bit of an issue, you don't know where to start, here's what I would like to show you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here for a second so that way you can see. Let's go to new share here. I logged into my account already so you guys could all see this. So give me 1 second. Here it is. Perfect. Okay, there's this thing called ChatGPT. I don't know if you guys are already using this, but if you are, maybe I could show you something that you don't already know. But if you're not using ChatGPT, I would put it at the top of your list to play around with today. First of all, ChatGPT, what is it? It's a free open source platform for artificial intelligence. It allows somebody like you to be able to use this in order to have a back and forth conversation, ask questions. It's like a real person within the computer that just happens to know the answers to almost everything. So if I wanted to right now engage with ChatGPT, I want to create some content. I don't know necessarily what I want to talk about, but I know this. Let's see, let's type this out. I don't want to read it out to you while I'm typing it because I feel like that's annoying. But here's what I put. I'm a real estate agent in Chicago, and I'm looking to offer my services to help more people buy and sell real estate. Please provide me with 5 topics that I could use to create short video content that can then be promoted on my social media. And then what this does is it actually answers and gives me the answers. As a real estate agent, you can create short video content on the following topics to promote your services on social media. The benefits of owning a home. Watch this, guys. You can make a video explaining why owning a home is an excellent investment for people, such as building equity, tax benefits, and long-term financial stability. You guys all agree with that owning real estate is all about building wealth and long-term financial stability. No more having to deal with the uncertainty of rents. Top 10 tips for home buyers. Share valuable tips for first-time home buyers, such as understanding their budget, researching neighborhoods, and working with a qualified real estate agent. Virtual home tours, the home selling process. Educate your viewers on the process of selling their home. You can share tips on how to price their home, stage it for showings, and market it effectively. So it's pretty amazing, right? That we can come on in and go back and forth with this. We could even say, script for home buyers. Guys, look at this. I put right here. Please write me a script for home buyers. Please make it a script that could be read in 30 to 45 seconds. Now, I'm talking to a robot here, but I do find myself asking please and saying thank you all the time. It's really weird the way that the world works. But here's my script that now it's giving me. Are you in the market for a new home? As a real estate agent, I can help you find your dream home. From understanding your budget to researching neighborhoods and finding the right property, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With my expertise and knowledge of the Chicago housing market, I can help you navigate the home buying process and find a home that fits your lifestyle and needs. Don't hesitate to reach out to me for a consultation. Let's make your dream home a reality. What do you guys think? Like that? Some pretty good stuff. I mean, when I see this, it gets me all hyped just because I know how people are using this right now. Pretty insane here. Let's see. Okay. So Nathan was just telling me that you guys weren't able to see my screen there. Okay, Nathan, I just want to make sure. Feel free to come into the room if you're here. But I did show the screen. If you guys were not able to see this, are you able to see it now? Can you see the screen now? Yeah? I want to make sure. Okay, so if you're not able to see it, because I just did get a notification that for whatever reason it's not being displayed, you should be seeing the actual ChatGPT page at this very moment. So not sure if you're able to or not. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Gabriella. Oh, you were able to see the page. Okay, perfect. Maybe Nathan's was just frozen. I don't know. But with that said, let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation so that way I can go ahead, summarize and then wrap up on our end here. Great. So home buying and selling videos. Here's what we've done. We have already created a process. And Nathan, if you're on this, please let me know. Give me the thumbs up if you can see the PowerPoint home buyer and seller video series. We've created a series specifically for buyers and sellers. That's what I was showing you that Terry Bunch had, where we created videos that walk people through the process. First video is an intro to home buying. So you say something like this. If you're watching this video, chances are you're interested in buying a home. Hi, my name is John Reyes with C21. And what we've done is this. We've created a series of videos walking you through the steps of what's involved in purchasing a home from start to finish, from beginning to end. So please feel free to watch these videos and have a better understanding. Okay. So now that we are there, the next video is this in the process. The most important step in the home buying process is getting pre-approved. And these videos, they're all preset templates, just so you know. So there's limited involvement on your end. You do the intro to the home buying, and then you do a closing. So at the end of every video, for example, getting pre-approved, then you would come back on screen and say, For more information, please feel free to reach out to me today, but your closing is repeated on all these videos. We go house hunting. We talk about understanding the difference between the wants and the needs. We talk about viewing homes. Now we're going to do our best to schedule you showings when you do tell us the properties that you want to see. Here's how that works. Writing a smart offer, opening up escrow, closing escrow. Now, introduction to selling your home. We discuss how the market has changed, understanding the market. People are obsessed with technology. We talk about marketing matters. Strategic pricing, don't overprice your home, don't underprice your home. Proper distribution, making sure we can reach more prospective buyers. Showing your home, and that could be where it's going to be somebody who, yes, and thank you for mentioning that out as well, Nathaniel, is that we have updated our videos so that way the verbiage is specific to the Chicago area, just so you know. We do know that you guys are an attorney state, and we have ran our content by your management just to make sure that it makes perfect sense for everybody. But again, these are just kind of standard templated. So let me show you an example of what one of these videos looks like.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're interested in purchasing a home. My name is Terry Bunch, and I'm a real estate broker serving the western suburbs of Chicagoland area. I'm a big believer that the more you know, the more empowered you are to make the right decision for you and your family. That's why I've had a series of videos created breaking down what to expect during the entire home buying process. We'll discuss getting pre-approved, finding the right home that fits your wants and needs, submitting a strong offer with confidence, and more. Keep in mind that every transaction is different, so this is meant to be an overall outline of what to expect. All I ask that you take time to watch these videos, and if you have any questions along the way, feel free to reach out to me directly. So now let's get started.
Okay, yes, I know that video too was a little shaky there. Don't know why, but you see that that's the opening intro. And then I will show you what a video looks like when it's all said and done. And now here's one from Carmen. Remember, 14 branded videos featuring your call to action, featuring your headshot, your contact information, the C21 circle logo. It's a total of 6 buyer videos as well as 8 seller videos.
Smartphones and the internet have changed the way society interacts with the world and with each other, while altering our expectations of products and services. Companies like Amazon and Uber have made us accustomed to immediacy and convenience. Meanwhile, websites like Zillow, Trulia, and Redfin make searching for a home easier than ever before, putting the power into the prospective homebuyer's hands rather than leaving it up to the real estate agent. The age of relying on physical marketing and a few photos to advertise listings is over. Your real estate agent should market your home to its fullest potential in order to immediately grab the attention of online homebuyers. Here are a few statistics to consider. 1. Today's consumer is obsessed with technology. On average, adults spend about 11 hours a day staring at a screen. 2. Technology has redefined real estate. For 41% of buyers, the first step taken during the home buying process was looking for properties online, while only 19% of buyers first contacted a real estate agent. 95% of buyers use the internet to search for homes. 51% of buyers found the home they purchased on the internet. 3. Marketing matters more than ever. 84.
Okay, so for the sake of time, I just cut that off, but wanted to let you guys know the way that we use these videos is like this. When you have a buyer series or seller series, here's how I use one just to secure a really nice closing in my market. I had an online lead. Somebody responded to a property that we had promoted online. I went out to go meet with this family. It's a mom and dad, and then 2 college students. One just graduated. The other one is now a junior in college. When I met with them, first time home buyers, never bought a home before, ever. I realized that I was the 4th agent on the 4th day that they had met with, just by me asking questions. So I had shared with them, let's not talk about the property at all because the property is under surveillance. The listing agent let us know that. And she also let me know that the buyers actively listen to everybody who's inside the house. So let's walk past the property, down the street a little bit, and let's have a conversation. So as I'm walking with them and talking with them, I learned that I was a 4th agent in 4 days. And so I let them know, I am not a door opener. Any real estate agent can open up a door and let you in. And I went through and explained what my value is that I bring to the table, keeping them secured, educating them, informing them, making sure that they know what the expectations are so they have a better idea as to what's going to be coming their way. And then when I learned that they were first-time home buyers, I said, here's what I like to do. I'd like to set up a text thread with all four of us. And then what I'll do is I'm going to shoot you over two things. Number one, I'm going to send you my digital business card, which is a video I just showed you. Number two, I'm going to send you a link to my YouTube video playlist where I've created a series of videos to walk you through the steps of what's involved in buying a home. Now, these videos are not meant to be the end all be all. If anything, they're just meant to give you enough of an understanding to make you feel more comfortable with the process. So if you guys like what you see, shoot me back a text, let me know. If I don't hear from you, I'll follow up with you by tomorrow. Mornings or afternoons work best. Guys, my process was this. That was a 4:30, 5 o'clock p.m. showing. The very next day, I'm in downtown Los Angeles. I get a call. It's like 10:30 in the morning. And it's the son saying, hey, John, my dad wants to go see this property in the city of Chino. And I said, oh, I'll call my partner. She'll meet you. And he's like, no. My dad only wants to work with you. He said he only trusts you. And I learned when I went to the property, I told him, okay, I'll be there in an hour if you guys are okay with waiting. That was the second house I showed them. And they had said, okay, yep, we want to take it. And they just also happened to be cash paying clients. Bought an $865,000 property as a first-time home buyer. That's not normal. We know that. But the mom had just inherited a lot of money and she wanted to put it straight into this property. $865,000. That's one example. Let me give you one more, because again, all relevant to our job as professionals. I have a friend. He's a real estate agent, him and his wife. Absolute crushers, 70 plus transactions every year, like clockwork. All they do is manage their sphere of influence, their database. They don't do any outside prospecting at all. And they're really good at what they do, professionals. I've been working with them for years. Not only are we working together as clients, but they're also really good friends. I've traveled the world with them. Well, I had a referral. I speak to this guy. He's a firefighter. I'm talking to the firefighter. He tells me, yes, we want to buy a house. It's going to be me and my sister. My sister's the sheriff. And I said, are you a first-time home buyer? He says, yes, I am. And I said, here's what we've done. I've created a series of videos to be able to walk you through the process of what's involved in buying a home. So it was just one additional tool that I utilized. He told me, I am talking to another real estate agent, just so you know, because I'm not fully committed. I'm like, no problem. I said, do you mind letting me know who are you speaking with? Because, we're a small business. Maybe I happen to know him. And he told me who it was, and I couldn't believe it. It's my friend. And I don't say anything disparaging. I was like, oh, they're great at what they do. In fact, we're really good friends. And so when it all came to it, I closed the deal and I was golfing with my friend. And while we were golfing, I showed him a photo and I said, hey, look at my photo. It's a celebratory photo with me and my client. We just closed. He's like, oh man, congratulations. I said, do you know who that is? And he's like, no. And I said, oh, it's Vince. It's the guy that you talked to. You talked to him too, but I got the deal. I mean, we're in a competitive business, and he was like, oh, dang, like what the heck? But it's just one additional resource that I use to stand out. Now, is it the end all be all? Are they using me because I have video? No, but it's being memorable. I want to make it easy. I want to make it efficient for me. If I'm out there promoting my business, it's not rocket science. I have a video on my Instagram where I specifically say, this business is not rocket science. It's a very simple business. It doesn't mean that it's easy, but it's simple. If you have an iPhone, I would recommend that you download this app called Captions. I've been promoting the heck out of it. People love it. Agents love it. The feedback that I'm getting is really, really good. $54.99 for the year. You record a video, it automatically throws the captions right on your video. You could increase the amount of exposure you get on something as simple as Instagram just by having text on your video. So it's actually something very beneficial for you to have. Last couple things, I would recommend that you buy this. If you haven't already done so, you could buy this. This is a tripod. It's a $22.99 and it's a very sturdy tripod. If you already have one, you have one, but this is the one that has like the 3 legs, so it opens up. And so I'll use this if I'm at a listing, if I'm at an open house, I use it as a selfie stick, but it's just really good quality for $23. Next thing is a ring light. I'm using a ring light as I'm talking to you right now. So I have a light on me. This is one that I carry in my bag And so if I'm going to record videos, I just throw it right over my phone, $13.99. And then the last thing, this is pretty cool. You can buy this little device. It plugs into the bottom of your phone. You'll see a lot more realtors that are now using this, and it just gives you great audio. Because if you do want to create content where people stay connected and they pay attention and they listen to it, you got to make it simple and easy for them. So for $50 or so, you can have some really good, valuable resources. This is what we're offering for you as real estate agents. If you guys want to have the opportunity to work with us, this is what I would love to do for you. Number one, if you have questions, post them in the chat box. I will get to them. We are offering the opportunity for us to come back, my team to come back to your state, and you can sign up with us. You can do one of three things. You can get an intro video, just the digital business card, $695. So the way it works is that you do an over the phone interview with us. We learn about you. We write your script. We send you the script for approval. And then you practice that script. We come out. We have a teleprompter. You don't need to memorize the script at all. We even tell you what to wear, what not to wear. And we'll create a beautifully produced video, just like we did for Greg Pence, just like we did for Terry Bunch, Carmen. Your digital business card is going to become one of the most efficient marketing resources you have, period. Second option is for you to have a digital business card, and you can get 14 additional videos. You can get the buyer series, you can get the seller series, all branded specifically for you. You're the one opening up the video, you're closing the video, and not only do we create these videos, but we will place them on your YouTube channel for you. So we can solve the problem of your search engine optimization for $15.95. So $1,595. There's no monthly fees here. These are one-time fees, okay? Now, the next thing is, this is something that I launched actually at C21 when I spoke in Orlando, and we've been doing really well with it. I mean, I've had real estate agents tell me off of one-on-one with me that the value that they've paid for it has been more than enough. But I will tell you, there's a package, legendary package, $2,995, where we're doing custom video, we're doing the buyer seller series, and then we're also doing an agent video academy. The way that the agent video academy works is like this. We connect like this, me and you, one-on-one. So what we do is we do a total of 6 sessions, and each session is approximately 45 minutes. But this is where I'm working with you one-on-one to make sure that you have a full-blown understanding of not just what to create, but how to create content, how to be more efficient in your process. And I really want to make it where you have full control of this thing that we refer to as social media, digital marketing. And the cool thing about it is that when I do these one-on-ones, we know that everybody's in a different position. So I'm able to custom tailor our trainings to be specific to your business. And I can tell you that the feedback that I've gotten so far from real estate agents that have been a part of this, it's been really, really good. Something that I feel very confident about. So again, if any of you are interested in wanting to work with us, then what I would ask that you do is you could either send me a message here on the chat box and just give me your phone number. You could just send me your number directly if you want. You could just use a chat box, choose my name, send me your phone number, and then we will reach out to you. Or what you could also do is just scan the QR code. If you scan this QR code, if you have your cell phone with you, scan the QR code. And then what it'll allow you to do is that you can then be taken directly to a landing page that has additional details. And then what you can do from there is you can fill out the information, and then we will reach out to you. So with that being said, I've covered everything that I wanted to on this call. I know we're at about 45 minutes from the time that we've started, but I would like to ask, is there any questions? Do any of you have any questions whatsoever, whether it has to do with the services that we've offered or anything specific to anything marketing wise? Feel free to do so. You're more than welcome to. And if not, then Joan, I just want to thank you for coordinating this call. Really appreciate that. And we can follow up after the fact and just see kind of where we're at with everything.
John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you very much. It was, the webinar was everything I was hoping it would be and more. We have a group of us in Addison here. I do have several people in addition to those logged on who I know want to take advantage of what you're offering. They just were away on spring break or something. But I just want a little more clarity on this legendary package, because you indicated that there's training involved. And I know we have a lot of people that, like everywhere, that aren't using video because they're not using video because they feel that they don't have the understanding of how to do things, how to utilize it once they've done it, so they're paying for it. So the level of training that you're doing in this legendary package, what if somebody has the most basic understanding of, like, I don't even know how to start a YouTube channel?
So great question. I'll go through what our calls include. Number one call is an assessment, getting a really good understanding of exactly what it is that you're doing. So that way we could identify your strengths and your weaknesses, but we play off of that because it's going to put us in a really good position. Call number two is where we go more in depth on ChatGPT just to find out. Content is the killer for every agent. I mean, for the most part, most agents are struggling with content, and that's actually not new. That's been the number one reason why most agents don't create video, is because they don't know how or they don't know what. So we solved that on call number two. And then what I also do is I do a screen share. So you're looking directly at my cell phone and I'm showing you how to use two apps, Captions as well as CapCut. CapCut is available for all phones. Captions is available just for iOS, so iPhone. And so what I'm doing is I'm showing you and walking you through the process of using these apps so that way you have full control and know how to be able to create video content off the cuff. I showed you guys Christoph Chu as an example. That's the guy that closed $24 million in the last week and a half. And he's all over the internet, the Wall Street Journal, LA Times. I created video content with him out in Beverly Hills where we used ChatGPT and we said, give us 30 hooks for buyers. And then we would throw the hook at Christoph. He would record the video using Captions, the application. We created great video content. We go over you as an agent, having full control to create content about your community, market updates, home buyer seller tips, ask an expert. That's call number one. Call number two. Call number three is now us going through the process of you getting your YouTube channel created, you getting your YouTube channel set up, how to upload these videos specifically for search engine optimization purposes. Call number four is now going through steps to build out your Google business page, your Instagram profile, and setting up your thumbnails. Call number five is about ads, because if you're creating content, you want more people to see it. We're walking you through the process of ads, but really doing it in a way where we're breaking down bite-sized pieces for you. So it's a total of 6 calls. After every call, what I do is I then give you homework. And I say, for example, on call number one, you are to create this video, this specific type of video. And I tell all agents, don't worry about showing it. I have this one agent in my market, 44 transactions closed last year. She created a video, she sent it to me, but she says, I don't want nobody to see it. This will never see the light of day. And I was like, don't worry, that's what we're here for, to go through and to assess and to make it better. And then yesterday I was looking at her social media and now I saw 2 videos that she posted, which are actually much better than before. But if you looked at her social media previously, she was deathly afraid of video. So now she has 2 videos more on her account that she previously didn't have. On call number 2, I actually have you create video content where now I'm having you add music, add captions to the videos. So again, forcing your hand to do it. And then you creating content, call number 3, more tips for buyers, sellers, utilizing ChatGPT. And then, so there's always a homework element behind it. I do follow it up with a very structured email. And then not only do I follow it up with a structured email, but I also follow it up with a structured deliverable for you. So that way you can say, okay, here's the notes based off of our call. Now here's what we need to do next. So these calls, the reason that they're done one-on-one is because then it gives the agent full freedom just to go through and say, hey, you know what, I really get this, or I don't get this, and let's put a little bit more time and attention here. So I hope, Joan, that I answered your question. I wanted to be as thorough as possible just to show you that it is structured and it is something that can be tremendously helpful for anybody who doesn't get it, but just really wants to finally figure it out.
Thank you. One other question too. If somebody wanted to have their video done in English and in Spanish, how do you do the charging for that? Is there a double fee or is there?
So it would require us to record a second video. So I have had agents that will record in English, and then what they'll do is they'll do the text in Spanish on a video other than English, I don't really favor that. I would just say to record a second video at $6.95. And then what we could do is we could have that video edited in Spanish and also have the text added on the video as well. So yeah, we've done that before as well. Some agents
anybody
will
have
also record a video, and then at the end they'll say something about them speaking Spanish. I do it in all different facets. I do have some agents that will record a lot of video content with us in Spanish, so we have experience in doing it all.
I do have a question, Joe.
So we have one question
Yeah,
here.
sure.
Hi, John. So, a question, QR codes. A lot of people are still visual, and there's still a lot of advertising and marketing that's in print form. I would assume it's possible, not only possible, probably easy to have a QR code linked to every one of the videos that could be put on physical printed stuff that people can just scan, whatever that might be, yard sign, flyers. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I would recommend, for example, is if you're promoting something specific for first-time home buyers, have that linked directly to a landing page that then includes your video playlist. Some agents
Right.
will even send them to a landing page and say, unlock my video series, enter your information. We create both, but we could provide you QR codes for the video series that we create, as well as your digital business card at no additional cost. We can give that to you. Nathan is my marketing director. You guys probably have met him. If not, he went out to Chicago with me last time, and he's involved in all the videos. So he was saying that we can create those QR codes for our clients as well.
Any other questions here? We're good here, Jen.
Okay, so here's what I would recommend that we do. In the chat box here, I'm going to type in my phone number. If you have interest in this, because of course for us, we need to make it worth it for us to jump on a plane, fly out to Chicago and spend a few days out there and make it happen. So text me, and then either myself or Nathan, and again, Nathan is the one that will be producing your script and recording the videos. He'll be there in Chicago. And then he could reach out to you. I'll reach out to you. We could walk you through the steps, because I don't expect everyone just to say, hey, I'm on board, without asking additional questions. And we understand how important it is to make sure that you have all the insight needed, because I'm not a impulse buyer. I want to ask a lot of questions. So we welcome that. The more you ask, the better that I feel that you'll feel like this is the right thing for you. And then Joan, if there's anything that we can do on our end to follow up with anybody, please assist us with that. That would be great. I do have a couple of agents who have already hit me up, which is fantastic. And then what we'll do is we will follow up with them, and then we could see if we could put something together in the next couple of weeks and perhaps already be out there.
Okay. I think we're going to have a large enough group to bring you back out here. So
Great. Let's do it. Well, thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day. And I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you, Marley.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.